Hello, and welcome back to London Cycle Routes. Today, I'll be showing you how to cycle from Stoke Newington in North London to Angel. This ride takes around 17 minutes, and you can do the whole thing on quiet streets and protected cycle lanes. By public transport, the same journey takes more like half an hour, so cycling is a great, quick way to make this trip. If you find this video useful, or you just enjoy watching it, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as I try to post new videos just like it every week. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. If you'd like to contribute too, then you can find a link in the description below the video. Alright, let's get going. So we're starting on Stoke Newington Church Street, and we're going to turn around down Defoe Road and follow the route of Cycleway 1. This video was filmed at rush hour on a weekday, so you're going to get a great look at what travelling to work in the capital is like these days. There are a few people on bikes around us already, as you can see, and as we get closer to our destination, that number is going to grow pretty quickly. Most of this route is through low traffic neighbourhoods which pretty much blanket this bit of London. There's no through traffic on almost all of the streets in this video, and it means that people of all abilities can ride on the carriageway without having to worry about too much traffic. That's because of strategically placed modal filters like the one we're just passing through here with the road signs, which retain access for vehicles to the area while keeping through traffic on the main roads. You can see by the sheer number of people on bikes that we're seeing around us that this approach works and that plenty of people feel safe and comfortable riding here, including with kids. You're going to see a lot of people with seats on the back of their bikes. It's a more cost-effective and practical way of making smaller streets suitable for riding a bike than putting cycle lanes everywhere, though really you do still need protected lanes on main roads, and London definitely has more work to do there. One weaker bit is just here. You can see there's still a lot of school traffic as it's drop-off time. I'm really surprised that Hackney hasn't put in a timed school street closure on that street, as they're increasingly common across the city. If anyone in the know from Hackney is watching who knows why this one hasn't been done yet, then please do let me know in the comments. Now, the official route of C1 takes us down Bullin Road, but I'm going to show you an alternative route that avoids a busier section. You just use this crossing, pop through the Mayville estate here and come out on King Henry Street, which has no through traffic on it. You won't have to do this for long. Northbound already, Bullin Road actually has a protected cycle lane as of the start of this year, and southbound this summer it should be getting a bus gate which will remove the remaining through traffic in that direction, so staying on the main road and official route will be fine very shortly. But until then, this is a nice way to avoid a slightly heavier trafficked bit. There are also plans from Islington Council to put an actual cycle path through the bit of the estate we went through, so if you prefer going this way, you will be able to do it even more easily without dealing with the dropped curbs or having to mix with people walking. That bit of infrastructure, I believe, is taking a little bit longer as it is housing department land rather than highways land, and so it has a separate process to the rest of the livable neighbourhood scheme which is being delivered around there. Today's route is quite simple and well signposted, but if you do need a bit of extra help navigating that little wiggle, then there is obviously the digital map of the route, which I do for all my videos and is linked in the description on YouTube in case you need a little bit of extra help with the directions. This little cycle lane on Bulls Pond Road is a relatively recent addition, by the way. It's pandemic era. You used to have to cycle on the main road there for a short time, and it's a great example of how a small upgrade can make a big difference to fixing the worst weak points of a cycle lane. Incremental upgrades like that are really the story of Cycleway 1, which was terrible when it was introduced, but has gradually got better and will continue to get better this year and beyond. And without upgrades like that, I have no doubt that you wouldn't see all these people in such great volumes riding this route in the morning, especially people just wearing casual clothes or with child seats on the backs of their bikes. I think it was the Not Just Bikes channel that said that people like that are a good indicator species of if your cycling infrastructure is up to scratch, and I'm definitely inclined to agree with that. What people often forget when they consider cycle schemes or improvements to cycle routes is that infrastructure is not primarily for people who already cycled. The whole point of it is to improve the streets and enable people who weren't already cycling to feel comfortable and safe making those journeys. And that's exactly what's happened here with self-evidently great results. We've broken from Cycleway 1 now and we're following Cycleway 27, but this is a really similar sort of route with a similar story of incremental upgrades. The biggest of those upgrades was the introduction of low traffic neighbourhoods in this area, which dramatically quietened these streets down and turned them into something genuinely usable by all abilities. That crossing we went over a second ago over Southgate Road is a more recent addition by Islington Council, which again is a big upgrade on the slightly dodgy mini roundabout that was there before. It's important to say that this isn't just about cycling either. I think that now that you've removed traffic from a lot of these streets, the next step should really be beautification of the streets. There's a lot of asphalt still, a lot of parked cars. Even just getting some of those empty parking spaces and putting in some planting can really make the whole area feel just quite a lot nicer. Adding things like benches or just places to rest is also great for people walking, particularly older people or people who have less ability to walk. And interventions like that could even have really positive intangible effects, like just creating places where you might have chance encounters with people on the street or your neighbours, and creating the conditions for those little things that can really brighten up your day but are not really measured on any charts or statistics. We're briefly on a street called Bazire Street here. The name caught my eye and it seems to be named after James Bazire, who was an 18th and 19th century engraver in London, who is most famous for apprenticing a young William Blake, who aside from being a poet was also a printmaker and illustrator. I'd not heard of his apprentice master before, and it seems like a nice thing to commemorate in a name. There's also a Dibdin Street, one road along, seemingly named after Thomas Dibdin, another illustrator. That's one of the things I really love about London, that there are just so many inexhaustible layers of history just baked into the city, even on the most unassuming back streets. Just a reminder that if you like this video, please do hit like on YouTube to help other people find it, and also hit subscribe so that new videos appear on your YouTube homepage. While you are down there, do make sure that you check out the map of all the different London cycle routes videos put together by a viewer called Isaac. Thank you very much. It is a great way of just browsing the different videos that I do on this channel. I do them pretty much every week, and you can see which ones go to your area or areas that you would like to know a little bit more about the cycle routes in. One thing you really notice cycling around parts of London like this is that it really just feels quite vibrant. It's quiet, but there's a lot of people out walking, riding bikes, going about their business, and it's no accident. Imagine how this environment would feel if Colebrook Row was a constant stream of traffic. There are lots of streets around the UK where you can go and look at a constant stream of car traffic, and they don't tend to be very nice places to loiter or otherwise spend time in, and pretty much all of them have the potential to have this vibe with the right interventions to manage traffic. So we're here. Thanks for watching to the end, and thanks again to everyone on the Patreon who keeps the channel going, especially those of you who signed up to support after last week's local election results analysis video. I was really pleased with the feedback from that one and glad that people liked it. It's a bit of a departure from the usual content on here. I definitely want to do more analysis type videos like that when they make sense. It's mostly about finding the time. Do let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see more of. Obviously, I won't stop doing the regular routes as well, as I hope that they are useful. Do leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Please hit subscribe if you want to see more. And if anyone is feeling keen to support the channel, then there's a link to the Patreon below the line as well. And I will see some of you in the comments and the rest of you next week. Goodbye.